Hey, welcome to Zesty Disc Golf. Today I'm at Neely Farms Disc Golf Course. This is a 9-hole course located in Gilbert, Arizona. Today I'm going to run through the course, list its pros and cons, and then I'll give it a Zest score. Alright, hole number 1, par 3, 145 feet. And the first basket is just between the trees right here. So I'm going to go putter, and I think I'm going to try and see if I can get through the trees. So looks like there's 2 dots right here. So this is where you're going to tee off from. So let's see. Okay, I need to throw a little bit harder. And then one thing I do want to mention, so this isn't a neighborhood, so there's parking, there's a school directly across with the parking lot, so I parked just right over there. All right, let's see if we can get a birdie in on this first one. Oh, right next to the pole. Yeah, we're parked just at the foot of the basket, so I'll just knock this one in. This will give us our very first par. Next up, hole number 2, par 3, 255 feet. All right, so on this one, we're gonna go with the F9 Prodigy. This one is a very understable disc. So basket is directly under the tree straight ahead. Now there's no tee pads on this course, so you do have to use U-disc. That'll kind of help you out on where you need to be teeing off from. So yeah, first one, F9 Prodigy. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Went nice and straight. On this one, we probably wanted to be a little bit more over to the left, but so on this, I'm gonna putt with the bird. I'm gonna try and get it, see if I can get it around this tree. Ooh, that's not the angle I wanted. I am also trying to be quiet because this area is kind of in a wash, and it's like surrounded by apartments, houses, and stuff like that. So, but all right, this will be for a par. Oh, it bounced right out. All right, this one will be for a bogey apparently. The irony of saying I'm going to be quiet and then I throw a piece of plastic into a bunch of metal chains. Next up, hole number 3, par 3, 361 feet. So we'll go again, understable. Maybe not too understable. Let's see. Was it gonna hit the tree? Okay, around the tree. That's fine. Out in the open a little bit is what I'm kind of want to be at. All right, so basket is straight ahead. I want to go super straight, so I think we're gonna go with the judge on this one. A little wet still. All right. Oh, that's too far down. All right, we're a little far out on this one. So we're gonna go with the berg again on this. Ooh, a little farther right than I wanted. Thought it was gonna be a little bit more left. Let's try and finish this one up for a bogey. All right. So that'll be a bogey on hole number 3. Next up, hole number 4, par 3, 252 feet. And this one, I'm just gonna go something nice and easy. I'll go with buzz. It's going towards the playground. All right, we're just on the other side of the playground. So try and see if we can putt this one. That looks good. Okay, cool. Should hopefully give us an easy par for hole 4. We are parked just right in front, so we'll knock that one in for an easy par. All right, next up, hole number 5 is par 3, 267 feet. So for this one, looks like we're going for the same basket as hole number 3. This is a good throw, right down the middle. So we'll go with the berg again. Try and make this. So you're getting close. I'm putting a little too much angle on the putts. All right, and we will finish up hole number 5 with a par. All right, next up, hole 6, par 3, 331 feet. On this one, it looks like we're gonna share the same basket for hole number, I think hole number 2. So in this one, I'm gonna go with the destroyer. I want to try and keep it maybe aligned with the path right here. So I can do that. That looks good. Right out in the field, perfect. All right, so on this one, we're gonna go with the berg. So we're about 100 feet out, I would say. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, we're up on the hill. Okay. This one I'm on a hill, so it's a little hard to get the footage of it, but let's see if we can get this putt. Oh, right at the foot. And we'll just tap this one in. That'll give us another bogey. I'm not doing super hot on this course. All right, next up, hole number 7. This is a par 3, 219 feet. All right, now the basket on this one is hard to see because it is around the corner. So I guess it's impossible to see. So we're gonna go again with this F9 disc. See if we can get it around the corner nicely. Yeah, that's looking great. Cool, it's in a good spot. Now, I didn't mention it, but this one also shares the hole number 1 basket. So we're gonna go berg on this one. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That'll give us a birdie on hole number 7. All right, next up, hole number 8, par 3, 279 feet. Now, on this one, we really had to backtrack. So we had to come back to hole number 2. Yeah, hole number 2 back, or back where like hole number 2 basket is, or the hole number 5 basket. So we got to backtrack a little bit there, but this basket is just right in front of the tree. So we're gonna go with the Nova Destroyer on this. Want something overstable, and I want to try and aim towards the right tree, I'm thinking, and see how far down I can get it. There's not really a line, so just kind of use your own discretion. Ooh, it's going a little far right. Okay. Probably within like a 50, 60 foot putt, I'm thinking. It's a little far. Okay, so on this again, I'm gonna go berg. Let's see if I can get it in. That'd be nice. Oh, too angled. Let's do the judge. Let's try and put a little less angle on that. There we go, that's better, that's coasting. Okay, I like that one a lot more. Let's see if we can wrap this one up for a par. Perfect. It's a really good par. The putting is getting better. I'm getting a little happy about that. And then finally, hole number 9, you come up to this corner up here. So this is going to be a par 3, 200 feet. And then we'll record this one to the best of my ability. So I'm going to go putter on this one. That's looking nice. Perfect. All right, we will finish up this one with another birdie. Solid comeback. So that's going to wrap things up for Neely Farms Disc Golf Course. This is a 9-hole course located in Gilbert, Arizona. So all in all, I enjoyed playing this course. I did have to be quiet. I didn't mention that, but I did have to be quiet just because it was pretty early. I think it was around 7 a.m. That I was playing this. And it's kind of between a bunch of houses and apartments and stuff like that. So I didn't really want to make too much noise talking because, you know, for obvious reasons. So some pros for the course is that the grass is pretty maintained for the most part. A couple areas it's a little bit longer, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty
mean, it's a pretty maintained park. It's pretty kind of standard in parks like this. So another one is that there are good baskets. So they're pretty much like the standard quality baskets that you're going to get on most courses. Some courses have a little bit better baskets. Some have a lot worse baskets. So I've kind of played a variety of that so far in Arizona. But yeah, good baskets. The next one is I do like the layout. So it shares baskets on a couple of holes, but it's really nice. Kind of some of the design, it's a little complex. So like I think like hole number 7 is kind of cool because it kind of goes around the wall. So you got to kind of use something understable, which is what I did. So I like that. So some cons for the course is, I mean, the first one is shared holes. With this one, it's not too big of a con, just because it kind of switches it up a little bit because there are some trees in the middle of the course. But I mean, you can only do so much, especially with the space that they're giving you. So the next major one is that there is no parking. So I did have to park across the street at the school of hole number 1, which I don't know if that's always going to be available to do. But it says specifically not to park in neighborhoods, which is, obvious. Don't park in front of people's houses and stuff like that. I can assume that people have problems with that. So, but yeah, there's a school across the street. So if you're going on a weekend, nobody's going to be there. So you pretty much good to park over there. So another one is that there's not really any signage. So you do have to use UDisc, or you could just kind of play however you want. But I always use UDisc for this just to kind of give me a better idea of the layout. So I use the 9-hole layout on UDisc. But yeah, there's no signage for. I mean, again, it's kind of gonna be obvious just because it is like a small neighborhood course with some baskets and stuff like that. And then the final one is that there's no tee pads. A couple of areas you use the sidewalk. So hole number 1 you use sidewalk. I think hole number 4 you use sidewalk and stuff like that. Like 5, 6, 7. I think you might as well. But yeah, there's not really any tee pads. So that's kind of. It's always nice to have good grip. I really don't want to like roll my ankle or twist my ankle or something like that because of like wet grass. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the pros and the cons for the day. So the Zest score, I think I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I do like the course, but I mean, I don't know if this is one to necessarily go out of your way for unless you do live relatively local to it. So, my score for the day, I'll post right here. So thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and then stay tuned for next week's video. Thanks.